Class of 2016 inductee, Coach Craig Roden. Coach John Craig Roden was born on July 25, 1956 in Gunnersville to J.P. and Mary Roden. J.P. was a respected basketball official for many years, and Mary was a longtime beloved teacher at Claysville School. Craig graduated from Kate Duncan Smith DAR High School in 1974. While a student at DAR, Craig worked as team manager with head basketball coach Joe Teal and began to develop a love for the game and a desire to coach. He went to Snead State for 2 years, working as a manager with Hall of Fame coach John Kitchens, before transferring to Livingston University, now the University of West Alabama, where he worked as a manager with coach Ken Brackett 1 year, then as a student coach his senior year. Craig received a BS in physical education in 1978 and an MA in health, physical education, and recreation in 1980. A brief summary of his 38-year coaching career follows. From 1978 to 80, Craig was the assistant women's basketball coach at Livingston University and helped start the women's basketball program. His primary responsibility was recruiting, and 2 of Craig's recruits went on to play professionally. In 1980, Craig moved back to Marshall County to assume the reins of the women's basketball program at Snead State Junior College, now Snead State Community College. The Lady Parsons had been a club team until Craig arrived, but it was not long before the team was competitive in the American Junior College Athletic Association. By the end of his 4th year at the helm, the Lady Parsons had an overall record of 65-34 and was ranked 13th nationally. He also coached the first AJCAA All-American in Snead history and was the first coach of the Alabama Junior College Association All-Star Game. In 1984, Roden returned to Livingston and took their program from last place in the Gulf South Conference to first place without an assistant coach. In 1987, Coach Roden took the University of Texas El Paso job in Division I and had the first winning season and most wins ever in UTEP women's basketball history. From 1990 to 92 at Connor State College in Oklahoma, Craig's team had a 2-year record of 48-15 and was ranked 3rd in the nation. In 1992, Roden returned to Sand Mountain to coach the Snead State men's team and took the Parsons to the regional playoffs for the first time since 1990. In the 1995-96 season, Roden's Crowder College, Missouri team won the NJCAA sub-region and regional championships and a berth in the NJCAA national tournament in Tyler, Texas, where they upset the number 2 team, finishing 7th nationally. Craig's longest stay to date occurred at the University of West Georgia from 1996 to 2010. He took over a team with a 28-game losing streak and quickly turned around the program, winning 198 games, becoming the winningest coach in UWG history. He was selected 3 times as GSC Coach of the Year and had 3 GSC Players of the Year, 4 All-South Region players, 2 South Region Players of the Year, and 2 All-Americans. The 2007-08 season was Roden's best in Carrollton, with the Wolves going 25-5, winning the Gulf South Conference East Division title and advancing to the semifinal round of the NCAA Division II South Region Tournament. While at UWA, 28 student athletes earned their degrees, including 17 first-time college graduates and their family. In 2010, he returned again to his alma mater in Livingston to revive a declining program and quickly turned things around with an 18-9 record the first year and coached the first NCAA All-American in the school's history. The 2012 team started out 1-6, but finished by winning the Gulf South Conference and going to the NCAA South Regional. In 2013, the team overcame numerous injuries to make it to the finals of the GSC tournament. The Lady Tigers have been to 3 NCAA South Regional tournaments and 3 GSC championship games in the 30-year history of the program, and Roden was the coach all 3 times, 1987, 2012, and 2013. In 2014, Craig became the head coach of the Delta State University Lady Statesmen. His first team went 19-10, making it to the finals of the Gulf South Conference tournament, with Coach Roden being selected as the NJCAA Region 16 Coach of the Year. The 2015-16 team went 22-7, won the Gulf South Conference, and went to the South Regionals. All-American Chelsea Rhodes, number 1 in this photo, was the tourney MVP. Coach Roden's list of accolades is impressive. He has had 537 wins in his 36-year career as a head coach at 7 different schools, with 3 of his teams winning GSC championships. Craig has coached both men's and women's teams at the junior college, Division I, and Division II levels. The Atlanta Tip-Off Club named him as the Georgia Women's College Basketball Coach of the Year following the 2007-08 season at the University of West Georgia. This honor covered every women's program in the state, regardless of size or classification. In 2009, Coach Roden was named the Women's Basketball Coaches Association's South Region Coach of the Year, and he was a finalist for the WBCA's National Coach of the Year. In addition, he also captured 3 GSC East Division Coach of the Year awards in 2006, 2008, and 2009, the 1984 AJCAA Coach of the Year, and the 1996 NJCAA Region 16 Coach of the Year. His 341 Gulf South Conference wins is the second most in the history of the storied conference. Craig is also the only coach in league history to take teams from 3 different GSC schools to the NCAA tournament. Craig is married to the former Deborah Griffin of Birmingham. They have 3 children, James Tyler, Brandy Roden, John Andrew Roden, and Maggie Andy Nations, and 2 grandchildren, Emily Grace Nations and Press Roden. Ladies and gentlemen, Class of 2016 inductee, Craig Roden.